Good afternoon everyone, my name is Karthik Narayana and I am legal intern in Lexis & Company. Today I am going to discuss the arbitration and conciliation process in India. So first we have to know what is an arbitration and what is a conciliation. So as we all know that the arbitration and conciliation is an alternate dispute resolution mechanism in which we can depend to settle our disputes. For instance, if we have a dispute, instead of going to court, we can move to arbitrator or we can move to a conciliator. So its aim is to reduce the number of cases which is going to be filed in court. So we are going to look who is an arbitrator and what is an arbitration. So arbitrator is an independent person that can be anyone as per the agreement that we are making. That can be anyone, and he is the one who is giving final adjudication of our dispute. So we have to before the dispute is arisen, so we have to make an arbitration clause or arbitration agreement in which we have to mention about the the number of arbitration that we want to number of arbitrator that we want to have, and also we want to mention about the qualification of the arbitrator that we want to have for adjudicating that case, and also we can mention in that agreement about the place of arbitration we have to do the arbitration, and everything whatever the demand and whatever the condition that we have to mention in arbitration agreement. And after the agreement is made and after some dispute arises, the case will go to arbitrator. So it is very important to understand that if we sign an arbitration agreement, there is no option to moving to court. That option is seized, because we already agreed that if there is any dispute in future, we are ready to move with arbitration process and all. So there is no option to move to court, and there is no appeal for the decision that is made by an arbitrator. So it is very important to understand that decision of arbitrator is binding both the party. We have to abide by it. So it is having the same effect of a decision by a civil court, civil competent court. And also, if dispute happen and it is not mandatory that we have to agree to move to arbitration before the dispute. Even after the dispute also we can make an arbitration agreement, and we can decide that this dispute is going to be settled by an arbitrator. So for that we have to make the agreement, we have to mention the qualifications, the place we want to have the arbitration, so everything we have to mention, and the case then will go to arbitrator. So there is no appeal, as I told before. There is no appeal for arbitration. The decision is binding on both parties. So because of this reason, so the intention is to reduce the pendency of case in court, and also to reduce the coming of cases in court. So that is the main reason of arbitration. So that's why there is no appeal of the arbitrators in court, unless until there is any that fraud or something happen. There is some conditions or there are some rules which we have to follow as per Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996, which the number of arbitrators, we can appoint any number of arbitrators, but the condition is the number of arbitrators must be odd number. Like if there are two arbitrators, it is impossible to decide a case. Like one is having one opinion, the other may have another opinion. So it is impossible to get an adjudication. So because of that, we need to have odd number of arbitrators. So if there is two arbitrators having different opinion, then the third arbitrator opinion will be taken into consideration. So it will be majority. So that will be the arbitral award. So arbitral award is something the decision of arbitrator or the arbitration council. So the arbitrator can be a person or a group of person, or can be an institution also. There are a lot of arbitral proceedings that as per the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 which we have to do, and that is about arbitration. And while we move to conciliation process, it is not like arbitration, because in conciliation we are not getting a final adjudication. What we are getting is the conciliators try to frame a settlement agreement which both parties has to sign. If we sign that agreement, that is binding upon us. So they are having that is very informal, and in arbitration also there is Indian Evidence Act is not applicable. That is completely informal. In conciliation also it is like that. The conciliator will go to both parties, and he will try to discuss the issues with them, and he will make a conclusion. He will make an agreement that will be beneficial for both the parties who is in dispute. He will make an agreement that is beneficial for both the parties who are in dispute, and that agreement is called settlement agreement. and if both parties agree upon that agreement, then that agreement is applicable for them after they sign on that agreement. But if they have some if they want to make some alteration, they can tell to conciliator, and if he will make some alteration. Finally, the thing is, after he will try to make the parties sign in the settlement agreement, and if the settlement agreement is signed by both the parties, we can say that the process of conciliation is successful. But if they are not willing to sign, we can say that the process of conciliation is not successful, but was a failure. So that is about arbitration, and that is about conciliation. So that is also mentioned in Arbitration and Conciliation in 1996. So there are also another dispute resolution mechanisms like negotiation. Negotiation is something that we are doing in our daily life, because we are negotiating. There is no involvement of third party. We are negotiating with someone for something that we want. And mediation is also there. Mediation means a third impartial party is appointed, but mediator doesn't have that much role as the conciliator. Mediator is someone who is an impartial person and who is consulting both the parties, and his purpose is to get the party to come with an agreement. So there is no a settlement agreement like the conciliator which the mediator is going to make. So this is about these are the alternate dispute resolution mechanisms. So this is very prevalent in foreign countries, and now it is having a lot of importance in India also. So instead of going to court, and as we all know that there are a lot of years we have to spend if we want to get a decision adjudicated by a court. So instead of moving that, we can depend upon this type of method. So this is a private method which we have discretion to decide who should adjudicate the case if it is in the case of arbitration, and within that which time or within how much time we have to get the decision. So that also we can mention in the clause. So everything is there. So that much freedom is there. So that is about the arbitration and conciliation process in India. So thank you. I hope you all understood. Thank you and have a nice day.